didn't make it this far giving a fuck about what people think. Obviously, I had to fight through the cringe. I had to fight through the limiting beliefs to even make it this far. But I realized to go even further, I have to double down on that. I have to triple down on that. I have to not give a fuck even more. I have to be vulnerable anymore. You feel me? And that's how I first started going viral. And I'm not only posting on TikTok, I'm posting on multiple platforms. So for whatever you watching this video, there's multiple people from different platforms watching this one video. But there was times where I would go viral, and those times where I would go viral, those was the moments in my life where I truly did not give a fuck, and I was literally being selfish and vulnerable. Meaning I was expressing myself from the simple fact I needed to express myself. I had nobody to get these ideas to. I had nobody to express it to without them trying to make me feel dumb, or without them not genuinely caring about what I have to say, or just trying to make me feel dumb because they feel dumb. And sometimes my thoughts do be out of this world. It be too cosmic, or it just be too intelligent. I be into the books, you feel me? I be into the esoteric knowledge, you feel me? And majority of people outside or in the immediate environment are not really into that shit, or they scared of the unknown. So I can't really talk to them. There was downloads I was getting, and it's like, okay, it's not for me to express it to these people in my media environment, because the information is not for them, you feel me? And I can't just hold it in, because I have to express myself. And if you don't express yourself authentically from your soul and what God puts in you to express and give to the world without the need of outcome and validation, then you're going to be depressed. So those moments where I was expressing myself, dropping the downloads, I was like, I don't care if niggas laugh at me. I don't care if niggas don't like it or don't engage. I need to get this out. And that was my fulfillment. Once I got it out, I was good. That was my fulfillment. Whoever sees it, sees it. Whoever doesn't care, doesn't care. I was detached from the outcome. And that's when I started getting floods of people just resonating with the content, with the written content or the speaking video content. But as soon as I started worrying about, oh, how do I maintain these views, or how to maintain these comments, and I started people pleasing again. I started noticing eyes was on me, and I started people pleasing. And it happens to me even outside. When I'm in my element, I'm in my swag, I start getting mad attention. Now I start being like, damn, let me curate myself a little bit, because I'm worried about the eyes on me. You feel me? So I'm realizing I got the source. It's genuinely acting from that essence of what God already put into you. Whenever I'm making a video, I'm making a video out of enjoyment to express myself. I'm not attached to the outcome of how many likes I'm gonna get or what people are gonna say. The fact that I created the video and said what I had to say and put it out there was enough. And whenever I moved from those energies, that's when I would get the results that most people do. But as soon as I started trying to figure out, like, oh, how do I keep, this, or how do I, try to be the best for the audience, and not be too cringe, or not too weird, or not too intelligent, or not too cool. When the too cool shit come, not like the too cool for school, but genuinely being cool in my own essence, my swag. I noticed that when I'm out there in the world, like social gatherings or things I gotta get done that interacts with people, if I'm like genuinely not giving a fuck what people think, I'm just expressing myself authentically, that feels good to me. So I got a nice swag, I got a nice way I talk, you feel me? I'm just enjoying my own essence. That comes off as really confident. Then it draws attention. Then I notice that there's eyes on me, and I'm like, okay, I'm getting good eyes. But the people that want attention in the room, they send me evil eye, because they feel like I'm still in the spotlight when I'm just being myself. But as soon as I start worrying about that, like, oh, I want to get this specific person attention, or this specific girl attention, or I don't want to do too much because I don't want to make the insecure people feel uncomfortable and hate me. Once I start worrying about that, I lose it. I lose the potency. I lose the magnetism. But whenever I'm genuinely just expressing for myself and God, and there's no thought about how people will receive it, whether it's haters or lovers, that's when my art, that's when my expression is top tier, which as a result draws in the attention. You feel me? So more of the story is, it's levels to this shit. I didn't make it this far giving a fuck what people think, but I'm noticing those people pleasing tendencies come back sometimes, and if I'm not aware, I could fall back into it, and I dim my own light. You feel me? So it's not about people dimming my light. It was always me dimming my light, because I was so worried about how people was gonna receive it, or people trying to attack me because I'm being too magnificent. You feel me? So it's levels to it. If I want to get to the next level, I have to be even more okay with pissing people off, because I'm that nigga. Yeah, you're mad because I'm that nigga and I'm taking the attention that you want, that I don't give a fuck about. Or when it comes to art, if I genuinely want to finish my art, if I genuinely want to put out art to make me feel good, I have to stop giving a fuck how people gonna receive it and thinking, oh, that's gonna be cringe and shit like that. You know? That's the only time things work for me is when I was just connecting with God basically. And God lives within us. God already gave us the blueprint of who we're supposed to be and how we're supposed to express. And if you're suppressing that, you're gonna be depressed because you're trying to fit in, copy niggas, or not step on any toes. But whenever you're genuinely expressing yourself out of enjoyment, you love what you're doing, that's when the magnetism comes. That's when the eyes on you come. That's when the attention comes. And I realized that for certain videos or certain like written content that I put out, I just expressed myself authentically from a download God gave me, and I put it out there. I was not worried about how many likes it was gonna get or how people was gonna receive it. And then to my surprise, mad people was on that shit. You feel me? I walk outside, I'm enjoying my own essence. I'm not thinking people, oh, who's gonna like it, who's gonna hate it. And then to my surprise, people on my dick and people hating on me just for me loving myself. Like, this shit is crazy.